What's up, United fans? Welcome back to United HQ Update, your #1 source for all things Manchester United. Today we're diving into the breaking news about Paul Pogba's future that has everyone talking. The World Cup winner is finally free from his 18-month suspension and looking for his next club. As transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has been closely monitoring, Pogba's situation is heating up with potential moves to MLS and David Beckham's Inter Miami emerging as serious possibilities. Will we see a sensational return to Old Trafford? What does new manager Ruben Amorim think? And what did France boss Didier Deschamps reveal about Pogba's international future? We've got all the exclusive details you won't hear anywhere else. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell, because this Pogba saga is just getting started. Let's jump right into it. Paul Pogba's next move, life after suspension. Have you ever wondered what happens to a football star when they're away from the pitch for over a year? That's exactly what Paul Pogba has been going through. The former Manchester United midfielder is now looking for a fresh start after serving his 18-month doping suspension. Let's dive into what's next for the World Cup winner. The return of Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba can finally return to professional football. After being sidelined for 18 months due to a doping ban, the French midfielder is now free to play again. This comes as great news for fans who have missed watching his skills on the field. Pogba was found with high testosterone levels in his system, which led to the ban. At first, he was given a 4-year suspension. However, the Court of Arbitration for Sport stepped in and reduced it to 18 months. They decided that Pogba didn't take the banned substance on purpose. The midfielder just celebrated his 32nd birthday last Saturday. While he's been allowed to train with teams since the start of the year, he only got the green light to play in official matches last week. Despite this, Pogba still hasn't found a new club to call home. Where will Pogba go next? The big question on everyone's mind is, where will Paul Pogba play next? There have been many rumors about his future, but nothing is set in stone yet. Early talks suggested he might return to Manchester United for a third spell. However, this seems less likely now. Recent reports have linked Pogba with a move to Major League Soccer in the United States. David Beckham's Inter Miami is said to be interested in signing the French star. Pogba has been keeping fans updated by posting training videos on social media. These videos show he's working hard to get back to his best form. But the captions he adds to these posts are often mysterious, leaving fans guessing about his plans. What about the French national team? Pogba has made it clear that he wants to play for France again. The good news for him is that France coach Didier Deschamps hasn't ruled out a return to the national team. He's supposed to be able to play again, but he doesn't have a club. "We're talking, and I won't tell you the details," Deschamps said before France's upcoming UEFA Nations League quarter-final match against Croatia. Deschamps believes in Pogba's abilities. He thinks the midfielder can get back to his top form with the right attitude and approach. Paul Pogba certainly has the ability and the right mentality to regain his top form. It's not something that can be rushed, but at the moment he is still weighing up his options, the coach added. This shows that the door to the French national team isn't closed for Pogba. But first, he needs to find a club and prove he's still got what it takes to compete at the highest level. The Manchester United connection. While some fans might dream of seeing Pogba back at Old Trafford, not everyone thinks it's a good idea. Former Manchester United player Michael Silvestre has warned new manager Ruben Amorim against bringing Pogba back to the club. "I wouldn't be tempted to sign Paul Pogba on a free transfer if I was Manchester United," Silvestre told YesSweepstakes.com. "I like Paul a lot, but I wouldn't because it's going to be expensive, and you don't know, physically, how long it's going to take him to get up to match fitness." Silvestre pointed out that even before his ban, Pogba wasn't playing much for Juventus due to injuries. He thinks signing Pogba would be too risky for United right now. "It's too big of a risk. If you were signing him and he was in peak fitness, had been playing regular football, with a perfect body and mind, then it would be a no-brainer. But, after what he's been through as well, it's extremely difficult for him. I wouldn't be in favor of Manchester United bringing him back to the club again," Silvestre explained. This suggests that a return to Manchester United is unlikely, despite Pogba's history with the club. The challenges ahead. At 32 years old, Pogba faces several challenges as he looks to restart his career. Age is one factor, but the bigger issue is his long absence from competitive football. Being away from the game for 18 months can have a big impact on a player's fitness and sharpness. It takes time to get back to match fitness and regain the rhythm of playing at the highest level. There's also the mental aspect to consider. Coming back from a doping ban brings extra pressure and scrutiny. Pogba will need to prove himself all over again and win back the trust of fans and potential employers. But if there's one thing we know about Paul Pogba, it's that he's never lacked confidence. His talent on the ball is undeniable, and on his day, he can be one of the best midfielders in the world. Why MLS might be a good fit? The reports linking Pogba to Major League Soccer make a lot of sense when you think about it. MLS has become a popular destination for European stars looking for a fresh start. Inter Miami, owned by David Beckham, has already shown they can attract big names. They recently signed Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, and Jordi Alba. Adding Pogba to that list would be another statement signing. For Pogba, MLS could offer the perfect environment to rebuild his career. The league is competitive but might be less physically demanding than top European leagues. This could give him time to regain his fitness without the intense pressure of playing in Europe. Miami would also offer Pogba a chance to be part of an exciting project. Playing alongside stars like Messi could be an attractive proposition for the French midfielder. The comeback trail. Coming back from a long ban is never easy, but Pogba has some factors in his favor. His natural talent hasn't gone away, and his experience at the highest level will be valuable. Pogba has won the World Cup with France and has played for two of the biggest clubs in the world in Manchester United and Juventus. That kind of experience doesn't disappear overnight. He's also still young enough to have several good years left in his career. At 32, many midfielders are still performing at a high level in modern football. The key for Pogba will be finding the right environment where he can gradually build up his fitness and confidence. If he can do that, there's no reason why he can't become an influential player again. What fans can expect? For fans of Paul Pogba, patience will be important. Even when he does sign with a new club, it will take time for him to get back to his best form. There might be setbacks along the way, and it's unlikely we'll see the Pogba of old straight away. But with time and the right support, he could still be a valuable player for whichever club he joins. Pogba at his best is a joy to watch. His passing range, vision, and ability to control games are rare qualities. If he can rediscover even some of that form, it will be worth the wait. Lessons from other comebacks. Pogba isn't the first footballer to face a long spell out of the game. Looking at how other players have handled similar situations might give us clues about what to expect. For example, players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Pepe Reina have shown that it's possible to come back strong after long absences, even in your 30s. The key is usually a combination of hard work, the right medical support, and a bit of patience. What these comebacks often have in common is that the players accepted they needed to adapt their games. They focused on their strengths and found ways to be effective even if they weren't quite the same players they were before. Pogba might need to do something similar. Perhaps he won't be the box-to-box midfielder he once was, but he could still be effective in a more controlled role where his passing and vision can shine. The financial aspect. One thing Silvestre mentioned that's worth considering is the financial side of Pogba's next move. Even though he would be signing as a free agent, his salary demands might still be high. This could limit his options, especially with clubs being more careful about their spending these days. Any club signing Pogba would need to weigh the potential rewards against the financial risk. For a club like Inter Miami, the commercial benefits of signing a star like Pogba might help offset the costs. His global appeal and marketing potential could make him an attractive signing beyond just what he brings on the pitch. The impact on his legacy. How Pogba handles this next chapter will have a big impact on how he's remembered in football. At his peak, he was one of the most talented midfielders in the world. But his career has been marked by inconsistency and, now, this doping ban. A strong comeback could help change the narrative around Pogba. It could show his mental strength and determination, qualities that fans and pundits have sometimes questioned. On the other hand, if he struggles to find form or can't stay fit, it might reinforce some of the criticism he's faced throughout his career. Either way, Pogba has a chance to write a new chapter in his story. It's up to him to make the most of it. What's next for Paul Pogba? As we wait to see where Pogba ends up, one thing is clear: his next move will be crucial for his career. At 32, He still has time to make an impact, but the clock is ticking. Will he choose the challenge of trying to revive his career in a top European league? Or will he head to MLS for potentially a new challenge and lifestyle? Could he surprise everyone and return to Manchester United despite the warnings from former players? Or might he explore options in other leagues around the world? These questions should be answered in the coming weeks as Pogba makes his decision. Whatever happens, football fans around the world will be watching with interest. The final whistle. Paul Pogba's journey is far from over. After 18 months away from the game he loves, he now has the chance to start fresh and remind everyone of his talents. The road back won't be easy. There will be doubters and challenges along the way. But Pogba has overcome obstacles before, and his determination to return to the French national team shows he still has big ambitions. For a player who has experienced the highest highs in football, including winning the World Cup, this comeback represents perhaps his biggest challenge yet. But it also offers a chance for redemption and to rewrite his story. As fans, we can only wait and see what happens next. But one thing is certain, when Paul Pogba does return to the pitch, all eyes will be on him. The football world loves a comeback story, and Pogba has all the ingredients to make it a memorable one. Will he rise again to dazzle us with his skills? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most talented yet controversial players of his generation? Only time will tell, but it's going to be fascinating to find out.